Okay. I'm uh, I'm gonna make this video, and it's about my name. Why I chose my name, the name of the True Texan American. Well, the first account I had with that name, it wasn't on YouTube, it wasn't on Twitter, it was on anything. It was iFunny. And iFunny, despite its name, has a whole lot of, especially at this point in time, it wasn't really about jokes. It was about, politics. There was a lot of serious talks on it. There was talks about politics. There was talks about religion. Still, you can go find onto iFunny, search up different things, and you can still find stuff like this. Yes, there's a lot more people just joking around now, but that's what it was. I wanted to talk about my opinion, but I believed in this idea that my personal beliefs and my opinions should not affect my work. And I got a different YouTube channel, and it should be I believe this should be separate from my work. So that YouTube channel, I had that funny there. I decided to create a different account then. And in this different account, I was trying to think of a name. Now keep in mind, I'm not good at making up names. My original YouTube account, it doesn't have a good name either. So I was just trying to keep something pretty basic. Try to say basically who I was. And I was thinking, I am born and raised in Texas. I was born in Houston, Texas. And I was raised around the Houston area. Spring, Katy, went to Magnolia to live for a bit. And then outside, mostly the Houston area. I went outside and lived outside of Houston for a little bit. But mostly around the Houston area. So, I was a Texan, but I wasn't just a Texan, I was an American. And I'm a proud American. I'm not someone who's like ashamed of America. I like history. I like learning about history, and I'm proud about American history. I'm proud about Texan history. So, Texan American, there's part of the name, but I figured I'm a true Texan, or I'm a true American, because I'm not just gonna sit back and just let other people dictate my thoughts. I was gonna think for myself, and I wasn't gonna be afraid to voice my opinion, especially on iFunny. And that's what I think real Americans should do. It has nothing to do with what I think. Your personal beliefs or personal opinions does not make you American or not American. But I believe Americans, with the way our country is, an American should stand up for what they believe in. They should voice their opinion no matter what. They should fight for what they believe is right. You and I may have different beliefs on what is right, but if you are willing to voice your opinion, I say you're an American at heart. So I was the true Texan American. And then I wanted to come up with a picture, and this is why I got the cross right there. The cross with the Texas flag. And I kind of wanted it to match my name, so I wanted a Texas flag to be my profile pic, and then the American flag as the background pic. But I wanted to say a little bit more in the picture. So, you know what? I decided to say what my religious belief is. I am a Christian. Now, this is just, the picture just shows me as a Christian. It doesn't tell me what type of Christian I am, Catholic, Baptist, non-denominational, whatever. You can talk to me, you can ask me, and I can tell you. I'm a non-denominational Christian. I don't even really believe that religion itself needs to be a thing. I call myself a Christian because by definition a Christian is a follower of Christ. Someone who follows his teaching, follows what Christ says. That doesn't really mean I have to be religious. Religion, no. The way I see it, Jesus came to end religion. He came to make it more about the relationship between you and God. That's the way I see it. That this is not about my Christian beliefs. You want to talk about my Christian beliefs? You can ask me questions. I can give the answers. I can make videos, or I can comment my answer. If something I feel like I need to make a video on, I'll make a video on it. But yeah, basically, so there's the cross, there's the Texas flag on the cross, and then there's the American flag in the background. And that's where the name came from. The True Texan American. That's where the profile pic came from, and that's where the background came from. And I transferred over to YouTube. I got a Twitter account. I decided I'm not going to change it. I got people talking about how it looks, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care how it looks anymore. You talk to me about my beliefs, you don't tell me about what my name is. People complain about someone being treated a certain way because their last name. Well, you know what? Those people that do that, they can't come and treat me or talk to me a certain way because of my YouTube name. You want to talk? Talk to me. Not that hard. The True Texan American is because I was born and raised in Texas. A true American is someone who talks about their beliefs, fights for what they believe in. And there's nothing wrong with the Texas flag. There's nothing wrong with the American flag. And there is nothing wrong with the cross. If you're offended by the cross, leave America. Okay? If you're offended by the Texas flag, don't ever come to Texas. If you're offended by the American flag, leave America. You can't be you can't go onto like one of my comments or one of my Twitter posts and talk about take down the cross, it's offensive. Take down the flag, it's offensive. If being proud of being an American, or a Texan, and being okay with waving the flag because you are an American or a Texan is offensive, then America, and if I can't do that stuff, then America is not a good country to be in. You go to Italy, are you going to go to someone who's proud of being Italian? You're going to go up there and tell them, put down the flag, it's offensive. You're going to go to Britain and tell them, put down that flag, it's offensive. No. My name is not offensive. My picture is not offensive. And my background pic isn't offensive. The only people who are offended by it are people who really aren't worth talking to. There are people who don't care about freedom. There are people who don't care about other people's opinions or beliefs. they are people that are, you want offended by my name? You want offended by my pictures? Those are the real fascists. The fact that I'm condemned for a Texas flag, the fact that I'm condemned for calling myself an American or a Texan, the fact that I'm condemned for that shows the problem here in America. It shows the problem with a lot of people. It shows my problem with the left. One of my problems with the left. It's the fact that I can't go out there and I can't state my beliefs. I can't state who I am. They won't allow me to be proud of who I am. They won't allow me to state my beliefs. I have to go and state my beliefs anyways. I'm lucky that I live in Texas, of all places. Yeah, I lived in a liberal city in Texas, Houston, but you know what? At least I'm in Texas. I'm not in California. I'm not in New York. I live in a great state, and I live in the greatest country. I'm lucky for where I live. The greatest state in America. The greatest country in America. The country where different opinions are allowed to be voiced. In the state where you can voice them without being... Yeah, this video's turning into more than it was supposed to.